So, oral history. I am the director of our oral history program. It's a very small program. I'm really it. And but I teach a class called Oral History Methods, and I basically inherited that program from Sherna Gluck, who wrote this amazing book on women's words, and feminist practice of oral history. She's now emerita, and so what we do in this class. It's a 400 level class where I train students to come up with oral history projects and carry out oral history interviews. So obviously oral history is about somebody's individual history. So the training is about how to organize an oral history project, how to conduct it, how to write about it, how to analyze it, and how to apply it to, history or just everyday lives. So one great example is our History Students Association several years ago, under the leadership of Liliana Montalvo, or Lily. They came up with this project to interview surviving braceros. And braceros are, if probably many of you are familiar with, are basically guest workers who came to the United States from Mexico, who worked in fields and various other, fields of work with an agreement between the Mexican government and the U.S. government. This started, mostly, in 60s were the most important. I think it started in 1940s on. So these students actually went and found oral history collaborators who were either braceros themselves or family members of braceros, and conducted interviews, recorded them, and several of their interviews ended up even in Smithsonian. And one of the most successful, outcomes was Liliana Montalvo, who received a Fulbright with this project and ended up in Mexico for a year. So to carry out her interviews in Mexico, not just in the U.S. So that's just a very good example of what oral history is about.